Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play around with the Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blushes and comparing them a little bit to the Huda Beauty Liquid Blushes. So if you're interested in seeing these two products being swatched and compared, then stick around, and if you like the video then hit the like button and please subscribe. So let's jump into the products. So let's start off with the Huda Beauty blush filters and a few details about these. These are $29 and you get 4.5 milliliters or 0.15 ounces. To compare with the Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blush, these are $36, so $29, $36, but in this you get 10.3 milliliters or 0.34 ounces, so you get about double the amount actually in the Hourglass Liquid Blush compared to the Huda Beauty. So you get more value for your money with the Hourglass. So the comparing of the packaging of these two, they are both about the same weight. I think both packagings are actually quite beautiful and very luxurious. The Hourglass is a little bit more luxurious in the vibe, and I think the Huda Beauty is a bit more modern in the vibe, if you can say that. You get kind of the same size and a nice impression of the product. So the Huda Beauty does have a scent, and it's quite strong scent. I like this scent a lot. It's a sweet candy like scent, and it does remind me of a popsicle I got as a child. So I do like this a lot. The Hourglass, no scent. I have not detected any scent when I have been using these. So as you can see, the Huda Beauty does come with a doe foot applicator, and the Hourglass is this dropper system where you shake it up and then you turn it around and push the button and you drop out the amount that you are going to need. So for the practical use of these two packagings, I actually prefer the Huda Beauty a bit more over the Hourglass, because I think it's easier with the doe foot applicator to just go directly in and add a few dots and then blend it in with your brush. With the Hourglass, you need to add it on the back of your hand, or you need to use some kind of palette to apply it to and then pick it up with your brush. So you kind of have this extra step, and if you're the type that likes to bring your makeup on the go and do touch-ups throughout the day, then I think the Huda Beauty is easier because of the doe foot applicator. So let's give these a swatch. Okay, so I have tried to add a dot of each of the products, and I have tried to compare them with the ones that I thought were the most comparable in the colors. So let's blend these out. So here you have the Huda Beauty Strawberry Cream, Huda Beauty Sorbet, Peach Sorbet, and here you have the Watermelon Pop. Very beautiful colors. I do love all the colors, and I have been using these a lot since I bought them. And then we have the Hourglass row, and this is the shade Whim and the shade Moment and Craft, the darkest shade. There's a lot more product coming out with just one drop of the Hourglass blushes, so that's why the swatches are much bigger. But I thought that the Huda Beauty Strawberry Cream and the Hourglass Whim shade would be the most comparable, but they're not the same. The Huda Beauty is more deep and the Whim is a more bright pink shade. The Huda Beauty Peach Sorbet compared to the Moment shade, it's not the same either. The Moment shade is much more warm, orangey warm, and this is more of a peachy bright color. And then we have the two darkest shade, the Watermelon Pop compared to Craft. Not the same either, as you can see, Craft is much more berry and deep and berry, and the Huda Beauty Watermelon Pop it's still a warm, deeper tone, but it's not as deep as the berry tone, and it's more brownish red, brownish reddish tone. I have blended the swatches a bit more, as you can see, because the Hourglass swatches were a bit wet in a way. So one of the big difference, I would say, and that comes back to the packaging with the dropper for the Hourglass and the doe foot applicator for the Huda Beauty, that it's much more easy to control the amount, because with the Huda Beauty you just add a tiny dot, and this is the swatch based on a tiny dot of each of the shades. But with the Hourglass you do have to get a drop out, and these swatches are based on a tiny drop of the product. So it's, and I would say that equal for both the products is that they are very pigmented and they do blend out very easily, very easy to work with. They blend beautiful on top of other products. They blend beautiful on top of when you have set your skin with powder. Both products work beautiful. I think they are easy to work with, both products. But because you get such a big amount with the Hourglass and they are so pigmented, I think it's, for me at least, it's a bit more difficult to kind of control the amount on your cheeks, and that it doesn't get too much product on the cheeks. So I want to apply one of each on my cheeks, and I have to go to work after I have filmed this, so I need something that is pretty similar. So I'm not quite sure what to choose. I think I'm going with the Peach Sorbet and the Moment, and see if we can make these two look quite similar. I think on a distance, and if you're blending them nice, this could work. So I'm going to add a drop of the Moment on my tray, and I'm going to apply the Moment shade from Hourglass on this side. And I just went in with one drop, and I'm working it into my brush. Beautiful shade. And this is one drop. As you can see, it is pretty pigmented, even for such a nudish, natural looking blush. Very beautiful. But look how easy it blends. So pretty. And then I'm going in with the, isn't it called Peach Sorbet? Now I'll get doubts. Yeah, Peach Sorbet on the other side. Just adding a few dots. Going in with another brush. Also, as you can see, very pigmented blush. I'm going to wipe down my brush a bit. Okay, so I can actually tell a difference. This one is more peach and a little brighter, and this one is more warm and neutral on the cheeks. But I think nobody will notice during the day, and if they do, then it's okay. Then I just have to explain something. So what do you think? Can you see any difference? So this is the Peach Sorbet shade and this is the Hourglass Moment. But I would say that the finish of these two blushes are pretty similar. It does give that beautiful luminous silky skin. So actually when I swatch the Hourglass, there's no sun. I'm in front of a window, so I film in natural daylight. But one day when I swatched the Huda Beauty blushes in direct sunlight, I could see that they had tiny specks of shimmer particles, which is what I think leave this beautiful sheen to the cheeks. I have tried to do the same with the Hourglass, and there's no shimmer particles in these that I can detect, at least. But it does still leave this beautiful sheen, so it must be some other technology they use. But yeah, I don't think anybody will notice a difference unless they are extremely detail oriented. And I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to set my makeup just a tiny bit with some powder. So I'm good to go. Just make sure that the edges are nice and blended. And I'm going to finish up with my Chantecaille orange flower water. So yeah, that was my comparison of these liquid blushes. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I hope you enjoyed the video. So I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye, have a great day.